So you've now heard me mention a couple of times the fact that this is our 5th annual public forum, that we're celebrating the 5-year anniversary of our organization. And I think it's important as part of this occasion to celebrate the people who had the vision to put this organization together, to recognize that there was an opportunity to create a public-private partnership. So I've, in the 6 months since I got to MDIC, I've been able to piece together different parts of the story, and there may be pieces of the story that others will tell me later today. But as far as I understand it, Dr. Shuren was in Minneapolis visiting with Life Science Alley, which has become Medical Device Alley, and got his taxi hijacked to the airport by Dale Wahlstrom, and the conversation that ensued during that ride, it resulted in the creation of the public-private partnership that has become the Medical Device Innovation Consortium. So that's the story of how it got created. What's amazing is that the two of them had the vision, had the drive to make something possible for our broader community. And if we look around the room today, look at the community. And I know that there were others involved in the process, but they really, the two of them, were the driving force. And so I'm going to ask the two of them to come up and be recognized by the community, Dale Wahlstrom and Jeff Shuren. And Bill Hawkins, who couldn't be here today, was our founding chairman of our board, and he wanted to be here with us to help celebrate today, but he could not, but we'd like to recognize him as well. So Dale and Jeff, will you come up, please? And we have a small token of our appreciation. Would either of you like to say a few words, set the record straight?
Well, I have no prepared remarks, but thank you very much for the recognition and for being here today. And for me personally, it's really exciting to see this. And everything that's happened and all of the projects that have taken off and are making such an impact. And I just want to say that there are other people, as you mentioned, that there's so many people who are involved. There is one person I just have to call out by name, though, and that's Michelle. And you all know Michelle because she's been up here on the stage already. But Michelle was the one that, after Dr. Shuren and I kind of got this thing kicked off, she picked up the ball, and she'd call me 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and we'd be, and that's not an exaggeration, be emails flying back and forth day and night. It was really great. But I will say that Dr. Shuren, many times throughout the course of this process of getting this started, I will guarantee you this would not have happened if it hadn't been for him. It hadn't been for his commitment to try to drive this. And there was a period of time back then when companies were leaving the country by the truckload because they were frustrated with the environment between industry and the government, and specifically the FDA. Dr. Shuren grabbed a hold of that with both hands and wrestled it to the ground. And I just want to say thank you very much. And he's been a phenomenal partner and leader in starting it, and as you know, has done tremendous at turning the industry around. In fact, I'm semi-retired, but I'm now working with startup companies, and it makes my heart warm. But now as I'm working with startup companies, it used to be a few years ago, everybody was talking about, well, let's go release it in Europe, and then let's see what we can do about getting it released in the U.S. Today, every company I'm working with is coming to the U.S. first, and then we'll see about dealing with Europe later. So it's a big turnaround. So thank you.
Thank you, Dale. I just want to say I will get in the car with you anytime. And maybe Jerry Seinfeld will do a series on having coffee in the car with regulators. It would really be an absolute hoot. All I want to say is MDIC has really turned out, I think, more than even our wildest expectations. And it's not about any one individual. It's a community. It's just a lot of people putting in a lot of time and effort, and it just shows you how much can be done when we work together. Collaboration is ultimately the key, and MDIC is just a smashing success for what collaboration in our ecosystem can do. So thank all of you.
Thank you. So there are several others who were involved from the outset, and I was given different lists of names and didn't want to make any mistakes in terms of recognition, but you know who you are, and we really appreciate your role in getting us off the ground and getting us started. And certainly I'd like to acknowledge my predecessor, Bill Murray, who was the founding CEO and was with the organization for several years before handing the mantle to me. And I'm very grateful for all that's been done to bring MDIC to where it is today. And I'm very excited about as we map the future and continue to build on that foundation that Jeff and Dale saw and that we work hard to execute. So thank you again.